guys, welcome back to my channel. Today guys, I'm going to be making a homemade chicken and sausage Cajun jambalaya. This was my first time making it. I made this for my family, for my friends, and I had it with garlic bread on the side, guys. This was delicious and it was so easy, and it was my first time making it. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into today's video, guys. So you're going to need chicken thighs, boneless, skinless. You're going to need sausage, onions, celery, green bell pepper. You're going to need some seasonings. I'll make sure to have everything in the description box for you guys. You're going to need Worcestershire sauce just to help a little bit with the browning process. And I ended up using 2 bell peppers per bowl, and I ended up using 3 stalks of celery and 1.5 white onion. You're going to need some chicken stock, white rice, and some diced tomatoes. So I'll have everything in the description box for you guys, so there's no ifs, ands, questions, or buts how to do stuff, okay? So the first thing we want to do, guys, is go ahead and brown up our sausage. Normally, when you're making jambalaya, you use Andouille sausage. I did not see any at my local grocery store, so I end up using 4-pepper sausage and smoked sausage. And you know, when you go to the store, and it comes in a little package, I ended up using 3 packages per pot. So I don't know if you guys know, but I'm gonna be making 2 big pots of homemade jambalaya. So I'm just gonna be alternating back and forth between my 2 pots. After about 10 minutes of cooking our sausage, we wanna go ahead and cut up our boneless, skinless chicken thighs into little chunky little pieces. And we're gonna go ahead and add in about 2 pounds of boneless chicken thighs to our sausage. If you guys are making this for just yourself or just 1 or 2 people, you obviously want to split the ingredients in half. So instead of using 2 pounds of chicken thighs, you could probably use maybe a half a pound or just 1 pound. In the same process over here, we're gonna mix in our chicken. See, it's getting a nice little color to it. That's what we want. So I'll come over here with my wooden little spatula spoon thing, and we're gonna mix it up. I have this on medium-high heat, you guys, and we're gonna go ahead and put the lid on. So the point of jambalaya is to bring all of the ingredients together because it makes a great flavor. So all I'm doing now is adding in a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, and I'm adding in 1.5 white onion. You guys can use any type of browning sauce you want to use. I just wanted to use Worcestershire sauce instead of actually like using like the Mino, I don't know, browning thing or whatever it's called. You guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, so to the other pot, we're just gonna go ahead and add in our 1.5 onion and a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. After about 15 minutes, we are gonna add in our celery. So this is 3 stalks of celery, and this is 2 green bell peppers that I chopped up nicely, as you guys can see. You don't wanna overdo this with celery. This pot is gonna feed about 10 to 15 people. So yeah, I didn't wanna overdo it with celery. And now we're just gonna go ahead and go over to the other pot and add the 3 stalks of celery and 2 green bell peppers. So I actually sell plates to my family and friends whenever I'm bored and I cook a lot of food and I don't have anything to do on Sundays. So that is why I'm cooking so much jambalaya. If you guys were wondering, y'all probably really don't care, but y'all probably be like, why is this girl always cooking so much? Because I like feeding people. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the lids on these for a little bit, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. I have a basil, garlic, and oregano diced tomato can. This is a 36 to 50, I think it's a 36 ounce. And then I'm gonna add a couple drops of Louisiana hot sauce. When you make jambalaya, you can't use no other hot sauce other than Louisiana hot sauce, because that's where it comes from, okay? No red hot, no Texas, or Texas Pete will work because that's Louisiana, but no red hot, y'all, okay? So because this pot is gonna be a big pot of jambalaya, I added in 1 56-ounce can of diced tomatoes to each pot, you guys. And to the other pot, 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, 1 of the 56-ounce can of the oregano. Look, this is, I don't know if this is the order, but it's got basil, oregano, and garlic in it. It's kind of like the Italian version of the diced tomatoes. It's by Hunt's. You guys have probably seen it before. I usually put it in my spaghetti. Okay, guys, so our seasonings. We're throwing in Cajun slap your mama seasoning, Creole seasoning, oregano, salt, smoked paprika, black pepper, and that's it. That's it. Cajun seasoning, Creole seasoning, salt, pepper, oregano, and smoked paprika. I don't have the exact measurements, but I'm making a big pot, so I probably ended up using about a full tablespoon of each seasoning. And we gonna cover these babies up. After we get that first pot covered, we can move on to the next step. As you guys can see, I'm adding in the Creole seasoning, the salt, the pepper, and then we gonna throw in a little bit of that smoked paprika. And we cannot make homemade jambalaya without having a little bit of oregano, because we need those herbs, and we gotta have some Cajun seasoning. You cannot make jambalaya without no Cajun seasoning. I like to use Cajun and Creole seasoning. That's why my jambalaya is a little bit spicier than most people's. So I want to let you guys know this jambalaya is spicy. If you don't like spicy, just remove the seasonings that I used. So I ended up cleaning my rice. After 20 minutes, this is how my pot of jambalaya looks. Now we can add in our rice. It is so important to clean your rice, y'all. Please do not open this rice up and just pour it in. Y'all. Clean your rice about 3 to 4 times. When you notice the water is milky, that's how you know your rice is dirty. So all I'm doing, you guys, is adding in 6 cups of rice. In case you guys did not know this, whenever you are cooking with rice, if you're using 1 cup of rice, you need to add 2 cups of water. If you're using 2 cups of rice, you need to add 4 cups of water. You want to make sure you add more water than rice, because the rice is going to double. It's kind of going to cook, you know, and we want to make sure our rice is nice and tender, because don't nobody want no hard, crunchy, nasty jambalaya, y'all. So that is why I added in only 6 cups of the long grain rice to each pan. And y'all probably like, girl, you can add more rice than that. I'm telling y'all, watch how this rice fills this pan up. I mean, I literally only had enough jambalaya, literally between the 2 pans, to feed 30 people. Like, I could not believe how perfect everything worked out. So I added in the first 3 cups of rice, gave it a little bit of stir, and now I'm gonna add the last 3 cups. If you guys are making this, like I said, for yourself, you probably only want to do maybe 2 to 3 cups instead of doing as much as I did. But I love me some jambalaya. Even if I was making this for myself, y'all, I would probably still be using all these ingredients, because I want to make sure I have some for later and leftovers for tomorrow, okay? Okay, so everything is looking nice. We are gonna go in here with some chicken mother stock. You guys, excuse me, I got a cough. Sorry, no COVID, okay? So if you guys want to use beef broth, you could use beef broth. The recipes that I seen for homemade jambalaya, I just wanted to use chicken broth. And like I said, I got 2 of the biggest containers of chicken stock, and they were about 2 pounds of chicken stock, and I put 2 of them in each pot. So this is 4 pounds of chicken stock going into each pan. As you can see, it looks soupy right now, but I'm telling you, this rice is gonna really start to eat up some of that liquid, okay? And also, like, not on video, once this cooked, it cooked down a little bit, so I probably added another 2 to 3 cups of regular water to this pot as well. And same procedure over here. We are going to add 4 pounds of chicken stock. Each container is 2 pounds. I got the biggest ones I could find because I knew I was going to be making jambalaya. And I wanted to make sure that this jambalaya was not just a normal jambalaya. I wanted to make sure this jambalaya was good, flavorful, spicy, and I wanted to make sure people remembered it, okay? So after you get all of your chicken stock up in there, we can cover these things up. We're gonna add 2 beef bouillon cubes per pot. And after we do that, we are gonna let these cook for about 45 minutes, baby. And after 45 minutes, that's what the hell our homemade jambalaya should look like. Look at that sausage, a little parsley on top. That chicken is all up in there. You can't even see that chicken because it's so freaking brown. It looked like dirty rice, y'all. Look at that. I made sure I had plenty of garlic bread on the side. This was my first time making jambalaya, you guys. It was delicious. It was wonderful. My family, my friends, everyone loved it. I would definitely be making this again in the future. If you guys have not already, make sure you hit that like, comment, share button, and notification bell, y'all. See y'all next time.